UBS predicts Hong Kong property prices will stay flat this year but could rebound up to 5% next year. Are better days ahead for the market? Hi, I'm Bobo and welcome back to our weekly recap of Hong Kong real estate. Today we'll be reviewing new developments like Novo Land Phase 3A and 9 Eastern Street in Sai Ying Pun. Meanwhile, Nano flats remain heavily impacted by losses, with units held for 7 to 8 years still being sold at a 20 to 30% loss. Starting off, the strong sales performance of Novo Land's Phase 3A project boosted the first-hand market, which recorded 226 transactions over the weekend. That's a 10% increase compared to the previous week and the highest in 6 weeks. During Saturday's first sales round, all 160 units were sold, accounting for about 70% of total new development transactions. Developers reported that 19 buyers purchased multiple units, with the largest buyers spending 28 million Hong Kong dollars on 6 units, including 3 one-bedroom and 3 two-bedroom flats. Additionally, 3 buyers acquired 3 units each, while 15 others purchased 2 units each. Over the weekend, the development also sold 2 four-bedroom units via tender. Both units, located in Tower 1, measure 862 square feet in size. The 28th floor unit was sold for 10.43 million Hong Kong dollars at $12,101 per square foot, while the 21st floor unit sold for $10.17 million at $11,800 per square foot. Following these sales, the project launched 126 additional flats under a new price list, including studio to 3-bedroom layouts with sizes ranging from 237 to 690 square feet. The discounted prices for these units ranged from 3.01 million Hong Kong dollars to 7.65 million dollars, with an average price of $11,578 per square foot, around 0.3% higher than the previous price list. Other notable transactions include a sale in Homantin St. George's Mansions, where a 3-bedroom unit of around 1,800 square feet was sold for 92.1 million Hong Kong dollars at $50,000 per square foot. In Mid-Levels West, Babington Hill recorded the sale of a 621 square foot 2-bedroom unit on the 2nd floor for 13.41 million Hong Kong dollars at $21,600 per square foot. Next, Tuen Mun's Grand Jetée Phase 2 project recorded 2 transactions. An 18th floor unit measuring 283 square feet in size sold for 3.82 million Hong Kong dollars at around $13,500 per square foot. Similarly, an 8th floor unit of 284 square feet sold for 3.64 million Hong Kong dollars at around $12,830 per square foot. Finally, in Tseung Kwan O's Grand Seasons, 4 units were sold over the weekend. Among them, an 8th floor 2-bedroom unit with a usable area of 408 square feet and a 349 square foot terrace was sold for 7.35 million Hong Kong dollars at $18,017 per square foot. At the same time, 9 Eastern Street in Sai Ying Pun, developed by Wan Lee Hong Kong and managed, built and marketed by Kaisa Capital, has released its first price list. The initial batch consists of 30 units with a discounted average price per square foot of 20,696 Hong Kong dollars. This is about 5% higher than the discounted average price per square foot of 19,619 Hong Kong dollars from the first price list of Davu W Residence, a nearby project developed by Tai Hung Fai Enterprise and launched in June last year. The discounted prices for the entire batch range from 4.71 million to 11.65 million dollars, with a price per square foot between around 18,900 and 23,870 Hong Kong dollars. Despite the spotlight being on large new developments over the weekend, the second-hand property market remained relatively unaffected in terms of transaction volume. Over the weekend, 2 of Hong Kong's major real estate agencies recorded 15 and 16 transactions respectively, both up by 3 compared to the previous week. However, home prices in the second-hand market show no signs of stabilizing just yet. One example is Cornhill, a major housing estate which recorded 2 transactions over the weekend. The latest deal involved a mid-floor unit of 616 square feet and a 3-bedroom layout. It was sold for 8.4 million Hong Kong dollars at around $13,600 per square foot. The original owner purchased the property in 2015 for 8.45 million Hong Kong dollars, meaning they held the unit for 10 years and incurred a paper loss of 50,000 Hong Kong dollars, equating to a 0.6% price drop. Nano flats remain the hardest hit in the second-hand market, with some properties seeing losses of over 20 to 30% despite long holding periods. For example, a low-floor studio unit of 245 square feet in Whampoa was Wuhu Residence was recently sold for 3.08 million Hong Kong dollars at around $12,570 per square foot. The original owner purchased the property in 2017 for 4 million Hong Kong dollars, holding it for 8 years and incurring a paper loss of 920,000 Hong Kong dollars. Another case is a studio unit in Quarry Bay's Novo East, which sold for 3.86 million Hong Kong dollars, setting a new record low for the estate. This mid-floor unit measured 216 square feet with a price per square foot of 17,870 Hong Kong dollars. The original owner bought the unit in 2018 for around $5.52 million, holding it for 7 years and suffering a paper loss of $1.657 million, equating to a 30% depreciation. For more information on the secondhand market, stay till the end of this video for this week's recap of secondhand transactions across each district. That's all for this episode. See you in the next.